Season 8 of Disney Speedstorm was so close to being the best season in Disney Speedstorm history, and in today's video I'm going to be going over everything that changed in Season 8 of Disney Speedstorm and how it was so amazing until it just unfortunately wasn't, and what went wrong and how Disney Speedstorm can improve on it in the future to make better and better seasons. So without further ado, let's get into it, starting off with what I think is the biggest change in Season 8 of Disney Speedstorm, and that is the team mode. I have absolutely zero complaints about team mode in Disney Speedstorm. I think it is hands down the best thing they have ever added to the game since launch. I think it's just absolutely incredible what they did with team mode. Disney Speedstorm has sort of always been played the same way, it's a racing game. There's not really anything else to it. You try and get first place. Yes, you can play ranked, or you can play regulated or limited events or season tour, and there's a lot of different ways to play the game, but fundamentally when you get down to it, whether it's ranked multiplayer or a limited event, your goal is to just race and go as fast as you can, and that is it. But I feel like team mode fundamentally changes how Disney Speedstorm is played. You're now working with a team, there's different strategies to building team compositions, what racers you use, different abilities have different effects in team mode. For example, Minnie Mouse, a character who normally isn't very good in standard Disney Speedstorm, is a lot better in team mode because her unique skill has a more useful application. Side bashing into your teammates has different new positive effects, and overall team mode was just a huge breath of fresh air and is honestly, again, I think the best feature ever added to Disney Speedstorm since launch. It's so good. I made a whole video raving about it, and I will continue to rave about it because I love what they did. And the point gain and loss in team mode, while it was really shaky on day one, Disney Speedstorm reacted very quickly. Another huge positive change of Season 8, the communication has been way better compared to Season 7 and before, and they immediately fixed and addressed the issues with point gain and loss in team mode, where it really didn't matter if your team won or lost. So now if you're on the winning team, you cannot lose points, which segues perfectly into my next point, that the changes to ranked in Season 8. Ranked is so much easier. I once again made another video talking about how good these changes are, but overall I think the ranked changes are massively positive for the most part. Ranked before has always been kind of a struggle for a lot of free-to-play players. You hit platinum and then things get really difficult. It starts to get really hard to progress in ranked, which really sucks because a lot of the best rewards and the most consistent rewards in Disney Speedstorm are in the ranked rewards, meaning like free tokens, free shards, upgrade coins, cool cosmetics. All these kinds of things are locked behind increasing the rank of your racer in ranked mode, whether it be team or solo. And previously it was really hard to get into these upper ranks, but now it's sort of way more achievable, simply because you don't even need a 50% win rate to get to the highest rank in the game anymore, whereas before you needed to be on the top of your game. You needed a maxed out character with basically maxed out crew members. You would wait in insanely long queue times playing against the best Disney Speedstorm players, and it was a massive grind at these higher ranks. You guys know how it was if you played in Season 7 or before, but as of Season 8, ranked has just become astronomically easier, and while I do think it has the one flaw of now there really isn't a super competitive mode in Disney Speedstorm, I still think that it is much better for the health of the game, as now these insane rewards, like, they're incredible. The rewards that are behind the player ranks and the ranks are now much easier to get, and overall I'm very happy for that. And once again, I think it's another super positive change that happened in Season 8, and it's great that it did happen, and I'm very glad that ranked is a lot easier. But moving on to my next point, kind of tied into ranked as well, we have the new player rank system. Player ranks are great. In my opinion, probably the second best feature added, right behind team mode. This is really going to help out new players. For those who don't know what player rank rewards are, pretty much as you get ranked points for each character in Disney Speedstorm, your player rank increases as well. It's sort of the total accumulation of all your ranked points for each individual character, if that makes sense. And as it goes up, you'll reach new tiers and levels and sort of claim these new rewards. And in the first 40 levels, there are like 11 characters up for grabs. It is absolutely insane. which means new players, when they start out playing Disney Speedstorm, you really only have Mickey Mouse, and it's like, okay. And then previously, before, it was really hard to get new characters. Like, yes, you could get the free Golden Pass character, and there would be some characters in the season tour that were pretty easily available up for grabs, but then after that, it honestly kind of got difficult. But those days of difficulty are gone, as now with the play rank system, you can just sort of speed through those first 40 levels, or at least, the first couple levels they go really fast, and you unlock a lot of different characters, getting to choose them all at some points, and just straight up unlocking others, and it really is a great system. And then also, veteran players now have more of a reason to grind their rank, because while the rewards aren't as good past level 40, they're still decent. I'm getting Steamboat Mickey shards, free currency, epic racer capsules, rare racer capsules. And yes, it does get harder and harder as you go on, but as you go on, you need the rewards less and less. And so overall, this truly is a system built for new players mostly, but it allows veteran players to grind as well. And overall, player rank systems, they're practically perfect. It's so good. And Season 8, all of these changes are amazing, and there's so many other amazing changes I could list off as well. For example, the season tour, which became unreasonably difficult in Season 5, kind of scaled it back this season. It's not quite as easy as it used to be, but it is significantly easier, and unlocking Anger isn't much of a task at all. Yes, getting those bonus shards and the last gate opened up at the end of the season tour, that can be incredibly difficult. But besides that, the season tour difficulty has been scaled back. No longer do you need like level 40 figments. It's been reduced. The most you really need an individual character at, I think, is like level 30 to 35, which isn't that bad at all. It's pretty achievable, and most of the characters they are selecting to be required in the season tour are much easier. All of the Inside Out characters added to the game, I think, are phenomenal. All their ability design and stuff like that is great. Unfortunately, we still have the Golden Pass changes in effect from Season 7, which, again, aren't amazing, but I've talked about those enough on this channel, I think. So overall, the Inside Out characters, they're fun, they're great, their ability design is amazing, the Riley track is incredible inside of Riley's mind. It's so fun and colorful and excellently designed, and I'm in love with the track and all of the characters they added this season. Limited events, for the most part, have taken a huge step up. During part 1, there weren't too many events except for Star Chasers, which Star Chasers have become absolutely incredible, because previously, they were added in Season 4, and then were just slowly nerfed over time to where you get less and less shards. And I think by the end of Star Chasers, if you had like the Golden Pass character unlocked and like the character at a high level, you'd get like 7 shards for the character, and it was just like, okay, Star Chasers aren't even worth doing at this point. But they replaced the Star Chaser system and added a couple of objectives as well as 2 capsules, so now you can farm these capsules over and over and over again every single day for pretty much 2 weeks straight, which is absolutely amazing. And if there's a Star Chaser for a character, pretty much everyone can guarantee their unlock, which is incredible. Star Chasers give so many rewards now: upgrade coins, epic racer shards, crew member shards, you name it, they have it. It's phenomenal. I love the new Star Chaser system, and limited events as a whole have massively improved. These last couple weeks of part 2, they have released limited events pretty much every Friday and Monday, which is always good. The more limited events we get, the better, and while some of these limited events have been incredibly pay to win, which I'll talk about when we get into the massive negatives, besides that, limited events have been pretty solid. They've given out a lot of free rewards. Speaking of free rewards, we've gotten a ton of reward codes this season and just bonuses for logging in. A lot of that does have to do with the mobile launch of the game, but overall I'm still going to count it as a positive for Season 8, and it's definitely a great thing that we got this season. On top of that, I'd like to quickly touch on the Golden Arby event, which I did make a whole entire video about, but I think this is a great system for the game. The Golden Arby event should definitely return in future seasons, hopefully pretty frequently as possible, because it really gives something for these endgame players who are maxing out a lot of their characters. It gives them a reason to max out characters and upgrade them past level 40, and then they get rewarded in a great way. It's not a small thing, just a couple thousands of upgrade coins. It's tens of thousands of upgrade coins and tons of epic crew member shards and these golden capsules, and it's great, and I really hope the Golden Arby event returns in the future. So here we have all of this positive stuff in Season 8. I didn't even touch on all of it. The UI changes, there's so much. The upgrade coin buffs, the changes to season boxes and the buffs there, all of it was so amazing. And up until like 2 weeks ago, I genuinely thought Season 8 was the best season in Disney Speedstorm history, but Unfortunately, Disney Speedstorm kinda dropped the ball these last couple weeks. It started with the anxiety event, which wasn't terrible. It was basically a copy of Kermit's event, so I wasn't thrilled because I had previously not liked Kermit's event at all. I made a whole video complaining about it, and I didn't think it was a good system, but I was gonna let it slide with anxiety, because at least if you had purchased the Golden Pass and had the required characters at the required levels, you'd be able to fully unlock anxiety without spending any additional money. But then, just a couple days ago, we got the Ennui event, which I think is by far the worst limited event they have ever added in Disney Speedstorm. Ennui is not available to unlock unless you spend money on her gacha box, which I'm sure many of you know, and while this does seem like a small thing, it's one character of 7 new characters this season, but it's just the principle. It really leaves a bad taste in a lot of players' mouth. I was asking around on the official Disney Speedstorm Discord not that long ago what people think of Season 8 as a whole and, just their thoughts and opinions on it, and the general consensus was it was really, really, really good until the Ennui events, and I have to agree, that's exactly how I feel as well. This season was incredible. They had everything lined up, adding some of the best new features in Disney Speedstorm, new tournaments, crazy changes to ranked, good limited events, good characters, free rewards. It was excellent, but then they went ahead and just straight up locked one of these characters behind a paywall. And you might be thinking, if you don't play Disney Speedstorm a ton, you might be like, oh, it's just one character, so what, you can't play as Ennui, whatever. But again, it really just is the principle, and locking a character, it's more than just being able to play as that character. It's, you can't play Ennui's other limited event unless you have her unlocked, so boom, you're locked out of that event as well. You're locked out of specific nodes in the season tour, and I bet in future seasons they're going to have more events and more objectives that require you to have Ennui unlocked, and you just won't be able to because she is a paywalled character, which absolutely sucks, and Disney Speedstorm really should add a third event for Ennui and give out some more free shards for her. That way everyone can unlock her. It would definitely be way better than the system they have going on right now, because it really sucks, and I hope moving forward Disney Speedstorm does not continue this system of just straight up hard paywalling mid-season characters, because it's not a good look. It's not a good system at all if like a couple characters every season are just straight up locked behind a gacha box. It feels really bad making people gamble to get these characters. It'd be one thing if they had an unlock pack, it'd be one thing if you had to buy the Golden Pass character in order to unlock them, which has happened before, but it's another thing to lock them straight up behind a gacha box. No matter how much money you have spent on Disney Speedstorm previously, you have to spend money on Ennui's box, which it really sucks. I talked about it a lot in previous videos, but it just leaves a massive bad taste in the community's mouth. Tons of people are rightfully upset because of it, and it really sucks to see a season that I truly adored through and through. I had some of the most fun ever playing Disney Speedstorm this season. Unfortunately, I was really busy these last couple months and I wasn't able to play as much, but anytime I got on and played Disney Speedstorm, I was genuinely having a great time. Playing team mode with some of my friends and you guys, my viewers, it was so fun. It was great. And overall, this season has just been an absolute blast. But now all these people are just kind of salty. And, I agree, you should be salty. If you're not able to unlock Ennui and you've purchased the Golden Pass and you have your roster at a high level, you're fully prepared to unlock her the same way you would have done to Anxiety, you have the absolute right to be upset. And it really sucks because Season 8 of Disney Speedstorm was so close to being incredible. It really was, but unfortunately, I hate to end this video on a somber note because there really was so many good changes this season. But let me know your overall thoughts on Season 8 of Disney Speedstorm. I'm really curious to hear what you guys think about all of these changes. I didn't talk about the season box change a ton. That is kind of controversial because we are getting less season box credits and more capsules, but overall I think it is a decent change for the game. I don't know about you guys, but my Inside Out collection is pretty stacked. I have a lot of characters and crew members at pretty high star levels, so I'm very pleased about that. But let me know what you guys think of Season 8. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.